What's up, everybody? So we're back here again, and as you can see here, our primer is completely dry. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start blocking this all out with some sandpaper and then just some water just to wet sand it all, along with our fender up here, which is also dry. So let's first go ahead and remove all of our masking paper. So you guys can see here we got this unmasked, and for back masking that sure didn't give us a nice feathered edge. It gave us still gave us a hard edge. So we'll go ahead and have to sand that one down. Let's go ahead and unmask the quarter panel now. You can see here this quarter panel got a little bit better job of the back masking as far as getting a feathered edge here. Still a little sharp in some places, but we'll go ahead and start sanding this now. Alright, so as far as sanding goes, I've got this little block here that I wrapped with this sandpaper. We're going to start off with just 320 grit, and I'm mainly going to use this just on this section here, that we don't have to hit this edge or anything. But as far as the back goes, we'll probably get a DA sander out along with this 320 and sand it all down. So let's go ahead, get started with the sanding, and get this all done. You can see here now we got it all blocked out. It's all nice and smooth. There's no hard edges. The dent is gone. Can't feel it anymore. So now that we have this spot done, we'll still have to come back over with this later, probably with some like self-etch primer just to cover up any of the bare metal. But now let's go ahead and tackle that rear quarter panel. As far as this quarter panel goes back here, you guys can already see here, we got some feathered edges here, but we're just gonna need to feather those down just a little bit more. Not real concerned, like I said in previous videos, of how this actually looks underneath here, because like I had said, I want to do fender flares, so it's all going to be hidden anyway. So let's go ahead and start blocking this out. We finally got it all done now, so it's 100% blocked out. It's nice and smooth. There's no like rough edges or anything. Did burn through a little bit right there. It's a little bit of a high spot, and then up here in this section is a little bit low. But like I had mentioned before, I'm not real concerned about it because it's getting fender flares eventually. But so now that we got this all done, we can finally move on to the next project, which is taking care of the rest of the little rust spots. I'm glad to have that all knocked out of the way and all done. So before we get started with the little tiny rust spots, like I got that spot on the quarter panel, whatever, this little section here, there, some down below, underneath, just small little things. Let's go ahead and get this thing outside and cleaned up, because it's gonna need washed. I already wiped down this fender, but it's still dirty. And that quarter panel, I mean, this stuff like slung everywhere. As you can see, I got it all over me. So let's, like I said, let's go and take this thing outside, get it all washed up and cleaned up, and then we'll bring it back in. And it'll also give me a chance to clean the floor a little bit. I already went ahead and started sweeping it, but yeah, this place is a mess. Alright, so you guys can see here we got the car all cleaned up. It looks great compared to what it was. Got rid of all that dust and everything, no more crap on it. And what we're gonna go ahead and do next is take care of like these little rust spots here. You can see it down here. Also got some on the rocker panel. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wire wheel those and get them cleaned up and move on to the next step. It's a little hot in here. Hopefully this fan's not too loud. You guys can see there, it's it's 95 degrees in here. So I'll go ahead and get you guys set up, and then we'll go ahead and start wire wheeling those little spots. And I'll just go around the entire car, and then we'll move on to the next step. So now you guys can see here we got our little spots taken care of. We got the rust somewhat ground down. That spot's a little bit worse than what I thought it was going to be. And then underneath the rockers here, they're not too bad. The fender, instead of replacing it, we're just gonna go ahead and try this little trick here. You can see it's just on that lower edge, so it's not as bad as what the other fender was. But I guess I'll take you over here to the other side just to see how it all looks. Hopefully you guys can see it underneath there. And then these two little spots and that one down there. So now that we got those all wire wheeled, we're going to go ahead and use this stuff here. It's called fixed corrosion treatment, and what it does is supposed to convert the rust into metal again, so it's usable. But I'm going to end up taking it like a step further. Rather than just using that and painting over it, I'm going to end up using some Por 15. So I'm going to try this down here without scratching the paint. As far as this stuff goes, it says it takes about 5 minutes for it to fully work and do its job. So what we're going to do is spray down all the little spots that will take 5 minutes to fully cure, get those done. But as far as like the bigger stuff, it says to let treat all night, so basically full 24 hours. So we'll go ahead, spray that with some of that corrosion treatment, let it sit for 24 hours, come back tomorrow, and then we'll go ahead and do the Por 15. So let's go ahead and start spraying them for now. Alright, so what I went ahead and did is I did 2 coats of that fixed stuff, and as you guys can see here, it's already starting to work. So I already waited once for 5 minutes, and then came back, did a second coat, and you can see that it's already changing colors. It's no longer that rusty color. You can really see it over here with this here. So you can definitely see it working. It's already got it. We're just turning it back to a gray color. So no more of that rust. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and let this set for a full 24 hours. That way that can go ahead and completely work and get done, along with the rocker panels, because they're kind of bad too. So we'll wait the full 24 hours and come back tomorrow and then apply our Por 15. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.